Yes, means got the answer. Now can you see the screen and my voice is clear? Okay. So let's. I think this fifth question I asked you to solve, everyone. And I given the hint also, divide each and every term with sign A. Then you do what the process how we are done in the example which we discussed. Okay, next one, sixth question. Under root 1 plus sine A upon 1 minus sine A equals to sec A plus tan A. This is what we have to prove. So I have taken the example I already typed here. So what we do is we have to rationalize the term here. So rationalization of the denominator. So denominator you have is 1 minus sine A. So for the rationalization I use 1 plus sine A and here also 1 plus sine A. Will multiply. Okay. Still because I'm writing the plus. So next step what we do is after rationalization we'll multiply both the numerators and we'll multiply both the denominators. Let's see what you get by multiplying both the numerator. It has the same terms 1 plus sine A into 1 plus sine A, which is nothing but 1 plus sine A whole square. Okay? So it is going to be 1 plus sine A whole square. And what do you get in the denominator? Denominator is 1 minus sine A into 1 plus sine A. So this is A minus B into A plus B. The formula is A square minus B square. So this will be 1 square is 1 minus sine square A. Sine square A. So here you will get 1 plus sine A whole square. Let me keep this root term one more step, then we'll simplify. So your numerator is 1 plus sine A whole square. So that will remain as it is. Anyone tell me what is the formula for 1 minus sine square A? What do you get 1 minus sine square A?
Cos square A.
Yes, perfect. So this is going to be cos square A. So I can put this as cos square A. So this is the square of two terms. So we can write this as, this is something A square upon B square. We can write it as A upon B whole square. Okay. I'm going for A upon B whole square formula. So here I can write this as 1 plus sin A upon cos A whole square. Okay. So this is the under root sum theta square, where theta I will take it as 1 plus sin A upon cos A. So square and square root both will be cancelled. So finally I left out with 1 plus sin A, 1 plus sin A upon cos A. Once you got 1 plus sin A upon cos A, you can separate the denominator. So we already use this word separate the denominator, which is 1 upon cos A. Then I'll get plus sin A upon cos A. 1 upon sin A plus sin A upon cos A. This is what the separating the denominator is. 1 upon cos A is nothing but sec A, and sin upon cos A is nothing but tan A. I think this is what you have to prove. Sec A plus tan A. Yes. I have to put my RHS as sec A plus tan A. Okay. Yeah, I think they are given the answers. Great. So, sixth example. Now, seventh example also I will explain to you. Then we'll give the some questions as homework. What is given here? Sine theta minus 2 sine cube theta. Take the seventh example. Instead, it will be sine x minus 2 sine cube x 2 sine cube x upon denominator is 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta. 2 cos cube theta is minus x. I think this is what they are given, equals to tan theta I have to prove. Okay. So which is equals to great personality is joining the class. Krishna not able to join. Okay, so this is all about this. So which is equals to, now what you do in the next step is, first I'll take the things which I can take common. I think from the numerator I can take sin x common, then I'll get it as 1 minus 2 square x. After taking sin x common, so I'll get it as sin square x. In the denominator also I'll get cos x common. So if I take cos x common, this will give me 2 square x minus 2 cos square x. This is what we get. Okay. So which is equals to, simplify now. Numerator I'll keep sorry, miss the fraction. Sin x we keep as it is. Now in place of 1 here, you have 1 here. In place of 1, I can write it as sin square x plus cos square x. Can we put square x minus, it will come as cos square x, cos square x, okay, minus this 2 sin square x will keep as it is. Sorry, this is sin square x plus cos square x, not minus. So just in place of 1, I am replacing as sin square x plus cos square x, and this minus 2 sin square x will remain as it is. So we will get minus 2 sin square x. In the denominator also, this cos x I will keep as it is, and this 2 cos square x I will keep as it is. 2 cos square x will be as it is, minus. Now here I, in place of 1 again, I am going to replace as sin square x plus cos square x. Okay. So 1 is replacing with sin square x minus cos square x. Now next step, let me insert the equation. Now what you left out here? Here it is sin x will remain as it is. Inside the bracket, what you left out? This cos square x is only one term, so I'll keep cos square x as it is. Now what you left out here? Sin square x minus 2 sin square x. Okay, this is something theta minus 2 theta. Theta minus 2 theta is minus theta only. So you'll get here minus sin square x. Sin square x minus 2 sin square x only. Okay. And the denominator you have is cos x into. Now what do you get here? If I open this bracket, you have here minus of sin square x plus cos square x. If I open the bracket, it will become minus sin square x minus cos square x. So minus sin square x minus cos square x. We already have 2 cos square x here. So 2 cos square x minus cos square x is simply cos square x and minus, you get here sine square x, because this minus sine square x will be remaining same. If you observe the terms here, numerator also I have cos square x minus sine square x. Denominator also I have cos square x minus sine square x. So both will get cancelled. What we left out is sine x upon cos x will be left out, which is nothing but x. Okay. Is that clear for everyone? Yes, some of them are giving answers. Okay. Agree? The students, after the class, please don't exit, okay? When I say exit, then only you exit. I have to take the attendance. If I forget, please remind me to take the attendance. Next, eighth question. Eighth question is also easy. What you do here is, okay, let me solve eighth question also. So this exercise, generally students feel the difficulty of the questions. Insert equation. So let me put it here. Let me copy the whole thing. Is given in the question, sin a plus cosec a whole square. Okay. Here you have sin x plus cosec x square plus sin x plus cosec x whole square plus cos x plus sec x whole square. Here you have is cos x plus sec x square equals to 7 tan square x plus cot square x equals to 7 plus tan square x. So this will be tan square x plus cot square x. That's what they ask you to prove. We'll prove it. Cot square x. So this is the question which they are given, which I need to prove. So what I take here is solution. Let me consider LHS equals to, what is our LHS is, this is your LHS. So let me put here LHS equals to, now let's see what you can solve, how can you simplify. There are multiple ways to solve it. Here what you put it, sorry. Insert this one. Yeah. So I'll write sin x as 1 upon cosec 1 upon cosec cosec x. Just I'm converting sin as 1 upon cosec x plus next cosec x I'll keep as it is. This will be
Sir,
yes.
so we can also solve using a plus b whole square identity.
Yeah, that way also so we can solve. If you feel that is easier way, okay. I think
Okay,
that,
sir.
let me try. I think that coming is easy. Yeah, that way also can solve. We can convert into sine also. Okay. Let me use a plus b whole square. I think I feel that is easiest one. So what you get, a plus b whole square formula is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So here a square is, in the trigonometry we have multiple ways to solve the question. There is no single way. The question you can solve 2-3 ways. Cos x square x plus 2ab. So that is 2 into sin x into cosec x. Okay. So a plus b whole square is done. Second one is also a plus b whole square. So I'll get here as, I think, yeah, this is coming easiest way. Cos square x plus, here you will get sec square x plus, let me decrease the font size a little bit so that it fit in the same page. Yeah. Plus 2 into cos x into sec x. So these are the terms which we have. Now what are the things you can solve here? It is here you have sine square. Let me highlight it with, oh, do only sine square. Is it going for everything? Sine square x plus cos square x. And I write these two terms as 1. Everyone agree? Sine square x plus cos square x is 1 plus, next what you have, this sine x into cosec x. Can you tell me what you get sine x into cosec x? Cosec you can write as 1 upon sine. So you have generally here sine into 1 upon sine. So sine and 1 upon sine will get cancelled. So sine x into cosec x will always give you 1. 1 into 2 is 2. Now similarly here, cos x into sec x. Sec you can write as 1 upon cos. So basically you have here is cos x into 1 upon cos. Both will get cancelled. So 1 into 2 is, again you will get 2. Yes. Now what other terms are left out here is cos x square x is left out. Plus here we left out with sec square x. Sec square x plus sec square x. Next step is equals to 1 plus 2 plus 2. So that will give me total 5. Plus, now look here, I am ending with the answers as cosec square x plus sec square x. But I want the answer in terms of tan and cot. So what is the formula including cosec square x and cot square x? Cosec square x equals to, I think this is the third identity. In place of cosec square x, because cosec square I have to convert into cot square. Anyone remember the formula? No one? Yes, students, third identity. Cosec square x is nothing but 1 plus cot square x. This is our third identity. Yes, sec square x is nothing but 1 plus tan square x. Okay. 1 plus tan square x. Now we are done. Which is equals to, I think finally we got the answer. 5 plus 1 plus 1, which is 7 plus have tan square x. Here is the tan square x. And then plus here we have cot square x. So this is our RHS, right hand side. Is it clear for everyone? Yeah, somebody has given the answer. I think your answers are coming a little bit late here, no problem. So eighth question is also easy. Ninth question, what I do is, I'll give you as a homework. Int is also given, simplify LHS and RHS separately. So take the LHS, cosec minus sine into sec minus cos. Simplify it, you'll get some answer. Okay. Now you take the RHS second time, convert everything in terms of sine and cos. Even if it is, whether it is LHS or whether it is RHS, convert everything in terms of sine and cos. Okay. Sorry. Can you solve it? Yes? Okay, great. I'll go to the 10th question. Let me see what is the question is given before that. Here we go. I think here we go. I think here will come. I think 10th question is 1 plus tan square upon 1 plus cot square. 1 plus, this is also easy only. 1 plus tan square x upon 1 plus cot square x upon 1 plus cot square x whole square is equals to, this is given, so there is no whole square, sorry, there is no whole square for this, whole square is for next term, 1 minus tan a upon 1 minus cot a whole square. So let me quickly insert the question. This is 1 minus upon 1 minus x square is equals to, what is the last step? Tan square a. 1 minus tan square. I think this is the question. Let me check it once. Now here, question is easy, but most of them they have a doubt that so we have three terms, two equalities are there, and you have to prove three terms are equal. So what you can do is you take first, you prove first two equals are equal. Okay, LHS and RHS. Here I cannot use the LHS RHS because there are two equalities are there. So first you can prove these two terms are equal. Then you prove these two terms are equal. That is also fine. Or you prove first term is equals to third term and second term is also equals to third term. That is also true. You have to prove any two pairs are equal. Okay. So what I do here is I'll take first term here. This term I consider here. Now you have to tell me what is the formula of 1 plus tan square. What is the formula of 1 plus tan square? And what is the formula of 1 plus cot square? Then you'll get the answer directly. 1 plus tan square is sec square x. And 1 plus cot square is, yes. So here you are going to get it as, I think cot size I have to increase as I decreased in the previous question for the space. Yeah. 1 plus tan square is nothing but it will come as x square x, and 1 plus cot square come as exponential. So this will come as cos square x. Now you can convert this into sine and cos. 1 upon cos sec square x you can write as 1 upon cos square x. 1 upon cos square will come here. Cos square x, and cos x square you can write as 1 upon sine square. So this will come as 1 upon sine square x. Sine square x. So when I take the reciprocal of these equalities, it will go as sine square upon cos square x. Okay. So when I take the reciprocal, this sine square x term will go to the numerator. So sine square x will come here, and cos square x term will come to the denominator. So what is sine square upon cos square x term? Sine square upon cos square x is nothing but square x. So what I proved is first equation equals to last equation. Okay. So now I'll take the second term, this one. Let's see if I take the second one, will I able to prove equals to tan square x or not? Okay. So let me insert the exponential, then bracket, then fraction. So here you can do it as multiple ways. I'll convert into sine and cos. 1 minus tan x you can write as sine x upon cos x. And here also you'll get 1 minus cot x you can write as cos x cos x upon sine x. And this whole square will remain as it is, which is equals to, now first exponential, then brackets, and inserting these equations is now if I take the LCM in the numerator, your cos x is the LCM, and here you'll get cos x minus sin x. Similarly, if I take the LCM in the denominator, my LCM is going to be sin x. I think I can increase the size font size. Yeah, this much you can see. Okay, so here we'll get it as sin x minus cos x whole square. Okay, is equals to, so let me insert one more equation and we'll simplify this and see what we'll get it. So what happens here, it is first your numerator will remain as it is, cos x minus sin x upon cos x. This term will remain as it is here. By your denominator fraction will become the reciprocal. So that means your sin x will be here and the denominator will become sin x minus cos x. And this is the font size. Okay. Now I think you can see the calculations which we have here. So this is a cos x minus sin x, and this is sin x minus cos x. So what I do here is I'll take the minus common, which we did in the previous examples also. If I take minus common, so this bracket is going to be minus of cos x minus sin x. Okay. After taking the minus, generally it should be sin x minus cos x, but after taking the minus, it is going to be cos x minus sin x. Why I am taking minus common is this term and this term, both are same. One is in the numerator and one is in the denominator. So both will get cancelled. Okay. Now what we left out here is, again I need brackets, fraction. Okay. Now what you left out here, it is, you left out as sin x upon minus cos x whole square. As minus sign is inside the square term, so minus into minus is going to be plus only. So sin x upon cos x is tan x. Tan x whole square is nothing but tan square x. Got it? Second term, first term is equals to third term. Second term is also equals to third term. Hence, all the three calculations are correct. Okay. Is that clear for everyone? Yes, students, anyone has any doubt? It is clear. Great. That's it. Oops. We have done the exercise. The chapter is also completed. Now, anyone has any doubt in this chapter? I think this is exercise 8.4. Starting from 8.1 till 8.4. Anyone has any questions, doubt? Please let me know. Still we have time today. We can discuss it. Anyone has any doubts?